Hey guys, welcome back to another Movie Buzzer live. And how y'all doing today? So, I came up with this video because why do I hate the Batman apparently? Because since the Batman trailer came out, from DC fandom, it has been before I get into any chats or anything, I want to go over the story about the video and everything real quick. I got messaged and I got called out on it, but basically because that I hate Batman. They's like, well, why do you hate the Batman? And it's like everything DC does, you hate, you don't like it, you just like everything. Or I'm very negative, even on basically on everything. I'm very negative. I'm not oh, you hate Star Wars, you hate the Eternals, you didn't like Shang-Chi, all that kind of bullshit. It's not It's not it. Just to let you know, that's not it at all. Um, to be honest with you, I thought the Batman trailer was fine. There was nothing wrong with it. I liked it. But the thing is, I I didn't hate. I don't hate Batman. I don't hate anything DC does. I look forward to everything that they do. But I was not blown away with it. I really wasn't. One, it looks a lot like Nolan's Batman in the ways. To me, it does. To me, it does. That's my opinion. It looks like Nolan's Batman. Just now we got Riddler and Penguin in this, but that's what it is. It's just that people, I think, just get so excited and just so basically jacking off and losing their damn minds over the fact of over Batman. I'm a huge Spider-Man fan, but I'm not sitting there jacking off because I seen the fucking trailer. You know, it just I'm excited. I don't have to be overly excited and diss people, but just because it's an opinion and everything. I don't like, I like Batman. In fact, Batman is probably one of my favorite movies of all time. The '89. I am a huge fan of that movie. Um, the Dark Knight movies, the Batman Begins and the Dark Knight. They're also on my list on my favorite Batmans. So I understand Batman is one of my favorite characters, but he's not my favorite. But to be honest, I mean, when I watched the trailer, it's more or less the same thing that we've already. A lot of it is what we already got. I'm hoping for a little bit more in this because it's supposed to be more detectiveness. Um, but like I said, it kind of reminded me a lot of Nolan's. So, and I don't know. For me, you know, I hated Dark Knight Rises. I despise that movie. I refuse to watch it. It is definitely to me one of my worst Batman movies that I've seen. Uh, there's other ones that are worse. So, but anyway, let's start getting into some of the chats and everything because, like I said, I don't hate them. I didn't hate the trailer. I didn't hate none of the trailers that we got from DC fandom. I actually enjoyed. I liked the Batman trailer. I liked what I seen out of Lenny Kravitz's daughter um, as Catwoman. She looked the part. She might end up like um, someone said the other night. I think Anzo said, or somebody said on Storm Live, that she might end up being the best Catwoman that we'll end up ever getting. And then that's how, to me, Michelle Pfeiffer's always been Catwoman. So therefore, she might end up being a better Catwoman. Who knows? I mean, she definitely looks the part of like from what I've seen out of the game versions of a Catwoman. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see. So Andrew says, "What hate it? I disagree. Every new actor who's taking on Batman gets hate. Keaton, Affleck, look at how they turned out. Exactly, and that's the whole. That's a great point too. Keaton got hate, but even back then, when we didn't even have no Batmans to compare it to, except for Adam West. So, he got hate, and yet he's now considered one of the better ones. One of the best ones. Christian Bale, I don't remember him getting so much hate on playing Batman, but Affleck guy had a lot of hate, and it's going to be anybody who steps into a role like that. nowadays, especially now that we've gotten so many movies with those characters. So yes, I can see that happening. But I mean, to be honest, I didn't see no problem with Robert Pattinson's. Well, from what I've seen, I didn't see no problem with him as Batman. I don't know if I like the mask that he has this time around. Um, Again, I'm always partial to Keaton's. Um, Batman and Batman Returns are always going to be my favorite and always going to be on my top list. And it's going to take a lot to knock them off. The Dark Knight and Batman Begins were definitely phenomenal films as well. So, Steve Strong. Ron says, even though I dislike LeBron, doesn't mean that he sucks as a basketball player. I've said that too. Can't fucking stand LeBron James. I can't stand him. He just annoys me, and he has never done nothing to me, of course, but it's just I don't like him. I think what with him, and it's kind of just the same thing. It's the hype on him. It is the hype, especially when people compare him to Jordan and everything. To me, he is never going to be. He is a great basketball player. I'll give LeBron that. He knows his shit, and as far as playing the game, he plays a great game. But he'll never be Michael Jordan to me. He'll never beat Michael Jordan. Yes, he's been maybe more championships, but again, how many has he lost? He's Michael Jordan never lost a fucking championship game. So, and I mean, like I said, it's the hype. It is the hype is what pisses me off about these about Batman. That people put that motherfucker on such a fucking high pedestal, and nothing can be better than Batman. Nothing can be, and that's bullshit. I don't know. Like I said, I'm a Spider-Man fan, so Spider-Man is like that to me. But I don't go around fucking hyping the fucking shit out. So it's the hype. It's the hype. Ron says, yeah, it's an opinion. And it is. It's to everybody's opinion. So I can't stand when people dig on people for their opinion. Or like I've had people unsubscribe and or dislike me or, different stuff just because I don't like something that they like. Why? Everybody's allowed to have an opinion. If I thought like you, we'd all be fucking mindless drones. If we all thought alike. It's just fucking horse shit, guys. It really is. Hey, David, how's it going, sir? Nice seeing in here. Um, all right, let's see. It's a person preference, and it is. It is. Like I said, I'm a Spider-Man guy. You might be a Batman guy. So, I mean, it just depends. It really depends. I do like the tone. Ryan says it has a darker tone. It does look like it has, like I said, it looked like a Nolan tone to me. It really did. So, and I'm hoping for the darker tone, especially with the Riddler. It was kind of like what we got in that teaser was awesome. And the first teaser from last year, that looked really good. I like that and it looked like it was going to be a Batman detective movie, which is what he is supposed to be. And it gives us a different type of Batman, which is what I'm hoping for. And I'm really hoping for with that. Riddler looks a little unhinged. He looks like a serial killer in a ways. So I'm kind of curious to see how that goes and everything. So yes. And Ryan says people are attracted to what they're interested in. Granted, I'm attracted, give me, Spider-Man comic, I'm not attracted to all comic book movies or, because I've also had that one happen to me. Well, how could you call yourself a comic book fan if you don't like, you know, if you don't like, fuck, what was it? If I didn't like Titans or one of those other DC type shows that on even Agents of Shield, we'll go Marvel there for a minute, or for instance Punisher and the Daredevil and Iron Fist and all of them. How can you call your comic book fan how can you call yourself a comic book fan if you never watched them? Because they don't pique my interest. I don't know the fucking characters. I don't. There is so much content. It is hard to keep up with watching everything, and I don't have that type of time in a day to watch everything like that. I haven't watched Stargirl in a while because I think what I'm going to do with that is I'm just going to wait until it ends, then I'm going to binge it the rest of the way. Never watched all the episodes of What If. It lost my interest. I didn't really care about it. I will watch Hawkeye when it comes out because it's live action. I'd rather watch live action. I'm not an animation fan. Um, it just depends on the show, and it depends if it captures me. I'm not a Star Wars fan, but guess what? I'll motherfucking watch Mandalorian. I like Mandalorian. That is a fucking awesome show, and I can't wait for it to come back. So, to each their own. Everybody's opinion. Um, Ryan says some say Jack Nicholson over Heath Ledger. Again, it's an all opinion, and it's just like how I've had um, different opinions. I think with Andrew on here before on Spider-Man. Who's your favorite Spider-Man? Is it Toby? Is it Andrew? Is it Tom? I personally like Andrew. He is my favorite Spider-Man. Tom plays a great Ultimate Spider-Man, and I don't mind him. He actually does good as Spider-Man. And I like Toby just because of nostalgia, and that was the first Spider-Man. So it just depends. I mean, some people like certain ones over to like others. Just like me, I like Keaton over Bale. When it comes to Batman, I like Heath Ledger's Joker better than Jack's, even though Jack is the original Joker. I like Heath Ledger's version a little bit better. I mean, there's a lot more going on up here, I think, with him. Pattinson does look better than the last. It jumped like hell on me. Pattinson does does look better than the last trailer. Again, I'll wait to have to see more on it. I say I like Heath top tier Joker, but Jack's trail was solid. Jack delivered a great fucking performance of Joker, and that's an iconic. People compare Kobe to Jordan. See, Kobe, God rest his soul. Kobe was a great basketball player too. A lot of people, they didn't give him as much hype as they do LeBron, but Kobe was nowhere clear to me than Jordan was. Hold on one second. So, I feel you, man. You can substitute a different player that achieves same as LeBron in his shoes. Those players praise him would trash those players. That's true. Hey, Commander Data, I don't hate the Batman. I just think Batman is overrated. That's one thing I always said. Batman, they put Batman so far up. And he's outdid Superman by so many times now. And a lot of that happened when '89 Batman came out. A lot of it did. At the end of the '80s, into the '90s, I mean, it was all Batman. Because before that, it was all Superman. So people, of course, a lot of people my age and, of course, younger, we all grew up with fucking Batman. Batman was all over the place because of the movies and everything. So yeah, I understand why Batman is so overrated, so high on the list to be talked about. So, and why he's up there. But the thing is, come on, people, get off bat dick, basically. Do you think we get to dazzled by the visuals that it's easy to not notice the flaws, or at least normies do? It just depends on how you look at everything. It's depending on like what you know. If you the average moviegoer just sees Batman and just goes, but comic book fans or fans of this stuff, we look for more. And especially in a day and age with the way social media is and everything is overanalyzed now. I mean, look at what happened with WandaVision. That was overanalyzation if I've ever seen it in my life. Where the people were saying that the wallpaper or the fly on the wall, that's Mephisto. That's, oh my God, that is something else. Andrew says overrated is hating. Overrated is hating. So basically, Andrew, you're saying that because I think that Batman is overrated a little bit, that I'm hating on Batman. No, I like Batman, and I'll continue to watch Batman. And I'll look forward to the movie as it gets closer. But as of right now, like I said, the trailer was okay to me. It looked all right. I'm interested in seeing it. I was interested in seeing it from the last one, but from the teaser. So it's Batman. Of course, I want to go see it. I'm just hoping it's better than. I'm kind of curious to see which direction and a new direction, especially when Matt Reeves directing it. I loved his Apes films. So, for Ryan says, for example, I saw a trailer for V for Vendetta movie. Then when I saw the actual movie, I didn't like it because in the trailer, those action scenes I got hyped for that I wanted to see in the movie was in the trailer. Um, V for Vendetta. See, that's one of those movies I've watched once, maybe. I just wasn't into it. I do need to rewatch it though because I want to just kind of jog my memory on it, and see if maybe I can give it a second go and maybe I'll like it better. Ryan says also having favorite of different takes on heroes and villains, mainly a generation think most of all the time. Yeah, that is true. Andrew says if this was Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill, you wouldn't be complaining. Dude, I had nothing complaining about the actors of the Batman movie and everything. It had nothing to do with it. And for also the most part, I don't give a damn about Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill. Uh, that was from the Batman animated series, and I haven't watched that since I was a little fucking kid. So, and I wasn't even that into Batman then either. And we had just gotten off Batman Returns when that came out. So, I mean, we still had two great Batman movies and everything, and that was before they got ruined with Batman Forever and Batman and Robin. But I mean, it has nothing to do with actors. I think Robert Pattinson is going to play a great. I think he'll be good. I really do. I think he'll be fine. Like I said, I can't wait to see Zoe Kravitz's characters, Catwoman. I want to see Colin Farrell's Penguin, Andy Serkis's Alfred. I forgot who's the guy playing the Riddler, but just from what I've seen in the beginning scene with that, I want to see where that goes. So I'm looking forward to the actors that they got in this movie. Like I said, Matt Reeves is directing. I'm curious. Let's see what else we got here. David says Adam West and Cesar Romero will be on my list. Prefer Keaton and Ledger over Nicholson. It is very close though. See, and I think I'm done. I did a Batman rankings video, so if you guys wanted to go look and check that out, where I ranked all the Batman movies. I don't even know. I can't even remember if I put the Justice League ones in there or not. Because I wasn't a big fan of Batfleck. That's for them. I wasn't really a big fan of him either. I don't know. I just something about him I didn't like as Batman. I don't know. To me, he's one of the worst ones. That's just me. So that's my opinion, guys. My opinion, guys. Ryan, it's all from the people who are so in depth with the comics that say this better be in this better be in that. If things don't go their way, they try to manipulate normal watchers to boycott. And yes, that happens a lot. I mean, here's my thing. Now, I read so we're going to reference me back to Spider-Man here. I read the books. I know my Venom. I know my Carnage. Okay, because this is where this comes into play. I know my character and what I grew up with, but at no point whatsoever in any of my videos or at all did I ever discourage people from watching Venom Let There Be Carnage. I said I was even going into it. I was watching it. It was not my Venom, but I'm still going to give it a go. I'm still going to give it a try to see if I like the movie. And I always encourage people to do the same thing. I might have a certain opinion. You might not. You might not know that character as much as I do. You might look at it as a regular moviegoer. You might love it. And that's what most of the people who love the Venom movies are. They're regular moviegoers. They like the characters that they established and what they've done in those movies. Because Venom, Let There Be Carnage, it was namely the same thing as the first one. Some of the things were taken out, but still was the same fucking film. So it might not be my Venom. I have my own opinion on it, but I never at one point ever try to boycott anything. And I know you're not trying to say I did that, but I'm just wanting to get that out there. Andrew says every new actor who's taken on the Batman gets hate. Keaton, Affleck, look at how they turned out. I think that's been there before. I could have sworn someone else said that earlier. But yeah, everybody gets hate because especially now that we've gotten these characters in these different, we've gotten so many movies now compared to back then. Even back then, we've gotten so many more now. And the way, like I said, with social media and YouTube, and you got TikToks and all that kind of stuff now, memes, just it's harder. It's more and more hate and everything going around on that than it used to be. So again, here's what it is. David says jury is still out on Affleck for me, but I won't protest it if he returns. He's supposed to have a cameo in the Flash, so we'll see what happens there. I'm not all bored about it. I would have been interested in the original Matt Reeves version, which would have been the DCU version of him of the Batman, where he would have been fighting Deathstroke. That would have been an interesting movie, to say the least. I would have been interested in seeing how that would have turned out. Ryan says, I meant LeBron is the John Cena of the NBA. Reason why I dislike him so much, he always showed down. I hate wrestling. Hate John Cena. Stupid. I know why you didn't like Batfleck being Batman, because when you saw Batfleck on screen, you saw the movie character he portrayed in the movie with J-Lo. No, actually, I just didn't. I don't know. I didn't like. I think Ben Affleck was a great Bruce Wayne. I liked him as Bruce Wayne. I was just not a fan of him as Batman. I think it was the suit, maybe, just the suit. Maybe I think. I know it's reminiscent of a Batman that was. It looked just like a Batman that was in the books. I remember seeing how Ben Affleck looked in the movie. Looked just like the one in the books. I think it was like the Dark Knight Returns or something like that. He looked like that character. So, like that Batman. So, I understand he had that look for Batman, but that wasn't my Batman. So, that's probably the reason why I wasn't just about it. And I won't say he did bad. He did all right. So, I didn't mind him, so to speak. Ryan says, no, I'm not saying that it's just a common thing people do. You making a good case for yourself, but others can't think of a good reason. It's just cause there. Yeah. I try to explain the best I can on how I feel, exactly how I feel on certain things and everything. So it's different. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of come out because everybody's like saying that I'm very negative on everything, especially when it comes to DC, and that's not true. I'm not negative on everything DC. I like DC. There's actually a lot more things I like in DC than I do Marvel. Hold on one second, guys. Sorry about that, guys. I did want to let you guys know in about 5 minutes I am going to call it for tonight. Get off at 11, so that way I can get some sleep or doing something else. So, um, David says, no, I still see reindeer games happening. I actually like reindeer games, to be honest with you. It's one of my. I actually watch it every Christmas too, because it's a Christmas movie and it's an action Christmas movie. It's of course not one of my favorite ones, but I remember even seeing that in theaters. Went on seeing it in theaters. It was good. I didn't mind it. Ryan says, so do you care the actor that Batman has to get down, both Batman and Bruce Wayne, or of Batman Bruce Wayne? So basically, what you're asking is, does the actor have to be a good Bruce Wayne and a good Batman? To nail it, yes. I think he does. That's one thing I felt that Keaton lacked. Even though I love Keaton's Batman, Keaton did a fantastic Batman, but I did not buy him as a Bruce Wayne. So I didn't like his Bruce Wayne for the most part. Um, I don't even care for Batman Forever, Batman, Robin, George Clooney, or Val Kilmer. Val Kilmer, I bought more of a Bruce Wayne than I did any of out of all the original ones. Val Kilmer, I think, did a better Bruce Wayne of the three of them. Christian Bale did a great job at both characters. He did a great job as both characters, but I probably feel the best Bruce Wayne we've gotten is Ben Affleck. I like Ben Affleck's version of Bruce Wayne than over the others. Christian Bale, yeah, he would probably have been the best one that knocked out both roles. I would give Christian Bale that one. But yeah, I believe you need to knock out both. The same thing even goes for even with my Spider-Man ones. Toby did great. Toby was fine as a '60s version Peter Parker. I At the time before any other Spider-Mans came out, yeah, I liked him as Spider-Man. But once they changed gears and we went with a different type of Spider-Man, yeah. Andrew Garfield played a different type of geek Peter Parker, like an emo Peter Parker, um, or that type, not as popular nerd Peter Parker. But he nailed Spider-Man to me. He was a better Spider-Man. Where Tom Holland's Spider-Man, even though he is looked at as a kind of like a geek, he really isn't. He really isn't. But his Spider-Man is better. So it's weird. It's weird. Um, David says, they have been harassing people lately for disliking DC fandom. Oh my god. And I think that's another reason. If you dislike DC fandom, you didn't like what they put out, then people, of course, are hating on you for calling you a Marvel Dick Rider and all that kind of shit. So, and that's not true because I'm not even looking forward to Eternals. I'm telling you that right now. But I'll still go see it. And I hope I'm wrong. I hope I like it. It was just like Shang-Chi. I was going into it not knowing nothing fucking about it. Just like I'm going into Eternals. And we'll see how it is. Shang-Chi, great movie. How many times am I going to watch it once I get it on stream? Probably not much. It's going to be just like Black Panther to me. I like Black Panther. Black Panther was a great movie, but do I go back and rewatch it? Nope. So, David says, I'm not expecting a Olympic bodybuilder, but she at least looked the part. Like I said, he's a skinnier Batman than we got in Ben Affleck. I don't know if I like the mask that he has in the new one. So, Robert Pattinson, we'll have to see more of his acting. They didn't really give him a lot of scenes in this trailer. Why do I keep touching this damn mouse like I'm trying to fix this, but the mouse is from my computer in front of me, and I'm on the phone because I'm at my workstation. So I'm at where I'm work. So Ryan says, "What's your opinion of Marvel doing a live World War Hulk movie? I think it's interesting. I'd be all for it if they do a World War Hulk movie, which is I think is what they should have done a long time ago. They could have done that when he went and was on the Quinjet from Age of Ultron, and that's where he could have fucking went. instead of going to this off-world thing that he was on. They basically mixed that World War Hulk with Thor Ragnarok. So I'll be interested if they end up doing it and everything. But all right, guys, I am going to call it a night. I do appreciate all you guys coming in. Thank you very much. If you're not a subscriber, by all means, subscribe to the channel, guys. Hit that like button, and if you're catching the stream later, make sure you hit the comments section and let me know what you think of the Batman. Are you getting hate? You know, just what do you think of it? I'm basically saying I'm not hating on it. I'm not overblowing it like everybody else is. So thank you very much again. Till next time, guys. Have a good night.